A Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons, your preferred Bryant dealer. Whatever it takes. Visit robertgibb.com.
And a good evening to you. I hope you have enjoyed your day. The sunshine, well, it sure felt nice. Did a good job at helping to melt some of the snow on area roads as well. A lot of improvement across the area. The snow showers are starting to wrap up across the region, heading into the evening hours. And coming up, we have another cold night ahead, some more flakes in the forecast, and the Easter holiday showing some unsettled weather heading our way as well. But warmer weather around the corner. Let's get started with what's happening right now on the radar, and we'll start with our temperatures and a look at the areas of heaviest snow. Now, we did get some reports in the Brainerd Lakes area here. Baxter, oh, wow. How about 2 feet plus of snow in that area? The Duluth area seeing a few measurements of the same. Central Minnesota getting whacked with the storm totals there. Now, that deep snow in Otter Tail County, numerous reports of 10 or more inches of snow, including some 12 to 14 inch reports that extended up toward the Bemidji area. And we got some good snow today up in the Lake of the Woods area as well, with the storm system continuing there. Our temperatures with clearing skies and calming wind look to be on their way down. Right now, though, we have temperatures right near 20 degrees for most, a few a little bit milder. And I'll circle the area that was snow-free from our big event, and that mainly is northeast North Dakota here. With no snow on the ground, well, you won't be quite as cold, but those areas of the deep snow, which extended through these areas here, including St. Cloud, Brainerd, Duluth, all the way up toward Bemidji, maybe even up into the Mahnomen County area. Those areas can be expected to be mighty C for cold. C is cold. Hey, good to have you on board, Nathan, as is always the case. Go ahead and drop me your name. Let me know where you're watching from and if you have any questions. But if there are none, let's get started with the forecast facts first. Tonight, we're expecting the coldest air. I'm expecting the coldest air here where we have the deepest snow. Many forecast models are showing lows that will be in the teens. Well, I think in areas of deep snow from the, basically southern Minnesota where we got whacked, all the way into central Minnesota and the Brainerd Lakes area, these temperatures may not be cold enough. The limiting factor and the question mark in the forecast here is how clear it will be. If it clears out in the Brainerd Lakes area, you could expect teens below zero, likely near record lows. Fargo, I'm going to stick with the 4 below I've been talking about for the last couple of days. I think we'll be about that in the Fergus Falls area as well. Down in Grant County, Elbow Lake in that 5 to 10 below category, and you get down into southern Minnesota, we're expecting some very cold readings there as well. Gloria from Hallock joining. Temperatures in the morning for Hallock around 10 degrees. Roseau, I do think you could be a little bit cooler depending on whether or not you clear out completely. It does look like there will be a chance of that. Warroad had some good snow today, but Roseau not nearly as much. So I'll say Warroad has a better chance. Badette, same thing. If you clear out, you'll be in those sub-zero categories as well. Notice Grand Forks, I think 7 is right on the money for your area with the lack of snow. Devil's Lake, same thing. But areas with more than a few inches of snow on the ground can anticipate a mighty cold Thursday morning. Paula, thank you. Sherry, thank you. And good to have you folks on board as always. Let's go spring, Hutch says, indeedly doodly da. Ooh, I love the spring. Thursday afternoon, there will be some spring returning to eastern Montana where the 50s return. Some 40s out to the west, but this could be capped at about 40 degrees in areas of snow. And there were still reports of 10 inches of snow out in Stark County near Dickinson. And so I think things will be moderated there just a bit. And we'll be melting a lot of snow. Temperatures in the low 30s here in the Red River Valley, Grand Forks 32. Light and variable winds. That means a rare occasion here where we do not need to use a lot of extra strength hairspray. One of Hutch's favorites here as you take a look at this update brought to you by North Dakota Super Duper Hold Hairspray. You can put this can away. Sorry, North Dakota Super Duper Hold Hairspray stock owners. Not going to be good for tomorrow because we're going to have A beautiful hair kind of event day. Now, let's take a look more at our forecast as we get you right back to the facts in the extended forecast. 4 inches, Ronald and Myrna say, at the northwest angle. Thank you for your report. Some good snowfall in the far north that happened mainly today. All right, let's focus on the forecast. And this is the bottom line. We're going to have below zero temperatures in areas of deep snow as we begin our Thursday morning. So keep that in mind, and we'll have temperatures that peak right around 32 for your day tomorrow. Friday, we have a few flakes in the forecast, and it could accumulate in a couple areas. I will have an update if you stick with me on where I think the snow will be the best chance at accumulating. That's right. There could be some accumulating snow. I'll show you where. Now, a spotty mix on Saturday. If you're traveling for Easter, it doesn't look terrible. And it does look like on Easter Sunday, we should be dry for most of the day. And Joan from Bemidji, it does look like our best chance of snow will be in our southern counties as we go through the event on Sunday. I will show you that as the bonus coverage at the end of the broadcast here as well. As we begin, the end of March and the beginning of April. Monday looks like that'll bring our best chances of snow in eastern North Dakota, eastern South Dakota, and southern Minnesota. I'll have more on that. Then look at this. Oh, yes. It looks like it really warms up. Now, some models have us rocking into the 60s. I'm going to wait on that and hold that until I see evidence that we have a chance at, well, melting more of the snow, particularly in areas of deep snow. So the bottom line on Hutch's bottom line, bitter cold morning tomorrow with 4 inches of snowpack or more. You can expect that. Look at the record lows down around 10 below. So with forecast lows by Hutch in Lakes country, maybe Otter Tail in the eastern reaches of your county, eastern Becker County, I do think a few of you could challenge records or near record type low temperatures in the teens below, and certainly in single digits below zero. All right, we do have a potent winter system that's kind of fixing to make its way through the Central Plains, and we could be on the northern fringe of that the way it looks now. So right now it does look like our southern counties will have the best chance at seeing some accumulating snow, but our best chance will come late Easter Sunday and into Monday, and that's the timing. So here's a snapshot of our Friday event. Now, this is just a quick look at where the snow band could be setting up at midday at noon. So it looks like some pretty broad snow, and it looks like more of a warm front type of system. But that said, we could certainly see some areas of wet snow and some areas of mixed precipitation where you see the pink as well. I'll have more details. We have a new model that's just come in on this. I'll update that. Now, the Easter Sunday event is a Colorado low moving out of Colorado, and that Colorado low moves into the Central Plains and takes an easterly track. And that means it's not going to move like the last one did right up into our kitchen or living room. And because of that, the snow band should travel west to east. I did draw a purple line here saying I think we have a risk of some snow showers that could be accumulating, and they might even be heavy for some in the Central Plains and in South Dakota and southern Minnesota in particular. I'll keep you posted, and in fact, I'll show you an update on that as well. Now, for those of you who are interested, I'm going to pop up a link on here of a YouTube video that Hutch just finished making, and it basically goes over all of these basic tenets of the national impacts of this wintry weather that we're expecting around the holiday. And it's going to impact the West Coast, the Central Plains, and the potential for some severe weather as well. So again, keep that in mind, and I'll put that link on at the end of this broadcast. Okay, now let's talk a little bit about the forecast models and what they're showing. Here are the latest and greatest. We're going to look first at our Good Friday weather event making its way in. If you don't have any questions, Leora checking in from St. Hilaire. And I'm glad things are sounding good there. Melting is on the way, says Paula. That's indeed the case. Indeedly doodly. All right, here is a high resolution model. Let's get right to the details. On Friday is still, well, a day and a half out. So there's still a few changes, and I can tell you not all models are agreeing on this particular forecast. And it's kind of not unusual when it's 2 days out, but there is some consensus that there could be some light precipitation, but a couple of the models have shown, well, there's the possibility for some heavier precipitation. This is a rapid update cycle model. It updates every hour. And believe me, some days it changes its mind every single hour. It's like Hutch Johnson. Okay, you know what I mean. Mixed precipitation showing up here. The time frame is in the morning on Good Friday. 11Z, you subtract 5. So That's easier to subtract 5 from 10, Hutch. That would be 5 a.m. So this will be 6 a.m. in the morning, a mix or a wintry mix making its way through. So this model has a nice narrow band. Remember, these high resolution models can pick out where the best chance of a narrow band is. But we've all seen this before, right? With our last big event, this can shift by easily 50 to 100 miles as we go through the next 24 hours. So this model here says that snow moves quickly up the Highway 2 corridor into parts of southern Manitoba. How much snowflakey activity are we talking about with this particular model? The potential, this model guidance suggests that we could be talking about an inch or so of snow up north. Now let me show you a model that says, we might need to keep a closer eye on this puppy. Well, this model's just coming in. Let me pull up one that's come in just a little bit more. Here we go. So this model shows the snowfall potential for the Friday system. Pardon me, it doesn't go out far enough. I'll have to go back to this model here. All right, let's see. Let's see what this North American model shows. There it is. That's the one that has it lighting up just a little bit earlier, and it does keep it along and north of Highway 2, and it does have pockets with as much as 4 inches. Will it be this widespread? Probably not. A few areas could get upwards of 4 inches of snow. This is not out of the question with a warm front type of an event, or what we call an inverted trough type of an event, and that's what this looks like it will be. So the track looks to mainly be north on Friday, but all of us will have a chance at seeing some mixed precipitation. The timing of this is in the morning hours on Friday, beginning in the morning and lasting into the afternoon as it shifts to the north. So I will have updates on that particular set of nonsense that works its way through. Now let's check out that forecast for Easter. Remember, this is farther out, and we're talking Sunday into Monday here. So really, it's several days out, and we've all seen recently what several days out can mean with regards to changes in the forecast. I'm not going to show snowfall totals. Here, I'm more interested in the track of the low pressure system, and we'll go from there as we get a little bit closer. All right, here we go. Let's see. I got to load this up. Okay, this is a good old-fashioned Canadian model, and the Canadian model shows that we get through our little hiccup on Saturday. Here it is. That moves through. Here's Sunday morning, Easter Sunday morning, and it has a mix of precipitation south and some bands of snow here in the North Dakota area. This is Easter morning, and it has light winds, not particularly strong winds working their way through. Then, as we get into Monday, as I said, the storm intensifies as the low moves into the Central Plains. Look how far south this has the main event. We could still see some flakes in our area, and not all models are agreeing on this. For instance, we'll show you a quick look at the European model. Same time frame, just to show you what meteorologists have to look at. This one too, keeping the Easter Sunday event mainly south as we go through the day and diving south. So it's something we need to keep our eye on. It could shift a little bit north, but for now, if we do have impacts, it does look like our southern counties will have the greatest chance. South Dakota, you have a very good chance, particularly along the I-90 corridor, of seeing some areas getting heavy precipitation and mixed event. And look at this, more thunder showers. It's possible. This is on Easter. All right. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody has a wonderful night. I believe that covers everything we talked about. I'm going to put up here the link to the video that I did on the YouTube channel. I would love for you to take a look at that and let me know your comments there. And just because I like to take care of my sponsors, I want you to keep my friends at Robert Gibb & Sons the forefront of your mind if you need any mechanical needs at all. These folks are top notch, and they don't just do heating and air conditioning. Now they have that deal going I was telling you about, and I just put a link up to that deal right here. All the way through the end of the month, you know what? You get a free water heater with a Bryant heating and cooling upgrade from Robert Gibb & Sons. This is extended through the end of April. So do it if you're thinking at all about upgrading any of those things. And by the way, if your water heater is more than 10 years old, it's time, not only for ease of mind, so you don't have that mess to contend with if that thing springs a leak, but just is more efficient, and it'll always provide you with the hot water, and you might as well update the whole thing. So there's the link to that as well. Thank you again for the stars and the support and the ideas. Keep them coming. I'm trying to keep up with all of your suggestions, and it's taken a bit of time, but it's been a fun time. I hope you have a wonderful night. We'll talk again very soon. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and enjoy the cold tomorrow morning, but the sun as well on a sunny, and remember, a light wind day. You can put away the North Dakota super duper hold hairspray.